ways up the hill now, but I set down the bowl of food for Morris and there was a deer like 15 feet in front of us. I kind of got a hint because Stripe was over there looking and I'm like, what's he looking at? And then poof, there's a deer. It is coolish, pleasant, lower humidity, nice. This morning we were up at 7:30 so I can try to be on time to meet Michelle today. Hey there guys, good morning. It's cloudy, but it's not supposed to rain. How about cloudy with a chance of rain? That's what I'd like today. We need rain. We really need rain. Good morning, Panther. Hey, bud. Hi. Oh, here you go. Here. Here you go, bud. Here you go. Everything seems to be looking good this morning. Looking good. There's Gray. Hi, honey. Good morning. You're collecting bowls. Let me get those out of your way. Hi, sweetie thing. Here. Fresh food. Old food. There you go. Good morning. Hi. Hi, sweet pea. It's 9:15. We're more or less on time. I see that White Claw can that we saw last night. It's waiting on me. You knew it was going to be. So Pokemon Go introduced this new route feature a week or two ago, and basically you pick a Pokestop and you walk to another Pokestop the right distance away, passing possibly other ones along the way, and you tell it the start and the stop, the start and the end, and it creates a route. And then you and other trainers can walk the route to receive credit. And there's a little bunny rabbit. Anyway, I got the ability to create a route myself this morning for the first time that I noticed, because it was only for a limited number of trainers in the beginning, and I am creating a route the length of the Jeff Wells Trail. So it's drawing a path over top of the trail, more or less accurate. It's not perfect the way the phone and the GPS are pinging, but I told Don I think it could be that Google is trying to do some trail verification. You know, yeah, that really is a trail. That's right on our map, la la la. And also, the people in town, the other players in the group chat are like, only create routes you can drive between. We need routes we can drive. So I suspect that I'll be one of the only people to actually get on this trail and walk it and check off that I have completed the route. So, oh well, I might create another one when we get up to the park, or see if Don's account can create one. It's not too bad out here, especially with the sun staying behind the clouds. I would say it's in the upper 70s, low 80s, lower humidity. It's really okay out here this morning for August for sure. 2 routes successfully submitted for review. I'm a little concerned the one I made up at South Park will make it hard for people in cars. Easy for people on foot, but that wasn't my intention. That's just kind of how it worked out. And we saw Miss Rosa and walked around the track one time with her. I feel bad. I wish we wouldn't run into her on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because it's the only day of the week I'm ever in a rush to not walk extra or sit and chat or whatever. And it just happened at today's shopping day, and I'm on a schedule. But she understands, and hopefully we'll see her again soon. I'm on my way to Guardian Angel, yes really, but I dropped Johnny back off at the Dojang. So what they did last night was they got all the mats that were wet, which thankfully this time was not all of them, and they hauled them out back to drip dry overnight. And they were going to move them back in at 3 this afternoon and hope for the best. But there is some light rain heading into the area shortly, so Master Lee asked for the instructors and anyone else that could help to come help. And I can't haul heavy mats around because of my back, so you know, that's not something that I would sign up for. But you know, they're really looking for the young kids to come, the teenagers to come help move the mats. And Johnny said they were super heavy when they were waterlogged last night. It took like 4 people could move one of them, but 6 people would have been better because they were just that heavy. So anyway, last I knew, they got the water turned off / stopped from leaking. So hopefully when they came in this morning, there wasn't any additional water and stuff. I don't know if they're having Taekwondo tonight or not. Don's gonna go pick Johnny back up when he calls him and says he's ready. It was convenient that Master Lee called him to come up right when I was headed out the door to Guardian Angel. So Michelle's not there yet. We're both running our usual few minutes late. I sure hope they dried out a little bit overnight. I mean, best case scenario is they dried out pretty good. Good enough to lay back down with the air conditioner cranked in there and a dehumidifier running, that they could have class today. But we'll see. Or maybe they could have small classes on the side of the dojang that didn't get wet. That would be a possibility too. So anyway, they're a great small business, and I hate to see them get hit by this water issue again for the 2nd time.
Good morning.
Hey girl. Go figure, us.
I got a new backpack.
You do? Oh, it's another Scooby.
But without the Warner Brothers.
Okay, way cool.
Bugs and all the
Yeah, awesome. Well, I already bought Johnny a lamp for the dorm room, a base lamp. But if I hadn't, I would be buying one here. I'm checking out Thriftronics today. Oh, there's a Ryobi chainsaw. The last thing we need is another electric chainsaw. I think we currently have 3. Did you remember my shirts that I left in your car last week?
Yes, but I didn't wash them.
You didn't?
I was afraid to.
Okay. I may have bought a lamp I don't need. They're trying to move lamps in there. They have them all marked down because it's hard to sell all the lamps that get donated, I guess. I've always wanted that acrylic thing. It weighs like 20 pounds. That's why Michelle's carrying it for me. I'm exercising her. I've already had my exercise.
Where did I park?
You're on the other side of this big truck. We can't see you because the truck is so big. There you are. There you are. We're just loading our stuff up into the closer vehicle. At the end, we always have to consolidate. So I remembered the boys and a gift for Ariel that I had forgot last week and was so upset about. The boys had birthdays, Devin and Connor, and even if they're older, they still get presents. But
I forgot Johnny's today.
what I was gonna say was, so I'm trying really hard to keep Michelle's birthday straight, and I thought, oh God, Thursday's the 3rd. I've got to get her stuff wrapped. I've got to get it ready to go. It's September the 3rd, not August. So I had all your stuff, it's all wrapped, and then we had to go put it in a safe spot until your birthday.
Oh, that's too long.
But I'm efficient, I'm not behind. And if you're lucky, I'll just add 3 or 4 more things between now and the actual birthday.
You tease me.
Free to a good home, and it's not in the
cat.
And it's not in the worst condition ever. But my cats would like it. It's actually
You don't have to feed it or pick up after it.
funny, Michelle. We'll pass. Okay, Michelle, I want the house that allows me to have a dollhouse this big. That is big.
Make it into a haunted house.
This is cute. In the garden, we grow peace of mind, believe in dirt therapy, welcome butterflies and bees, make time for loved ones, are down to earth, love sunny and rainy days alike, are content with natural beauty, plant dreams, harvest love, enjoy the view, get dirty, remember our roots. I'd like to forget mine. No, I meant hair roots. Squash selfishness, practice the art of soul to soil, turn up to help thy neighbor, and live life in full bloom. That's really cute. It looks like we're back at the mineral show.
Yes.
And it's a mermaid. Good find. Well, fancy meeting you through there. I was thinking about the mushroom, but it's the wrong color. It needs to be.
Wrong color for the outside.
It needs to be like red and white. It's the wrong color.
Oh, you can get it. It would be like a poisonous mushroom.
Yeah. Oh, but look at the cute little frog. He's cute. Official IKEA storage bins. I'm tempted, but with the hole up there in the top and no way to plug it, nah, probably not.
Marianne,
Uh-huh.
put your pet snake in that.
I'll leave that for your house. Is the bar all the weight you can handle?
Can't put any weights on this.
Courier and Ives, that's something you don't see too much of anymore. Reminds me of prints in my grandmother's house. They're asking $169 for the set, but it is 25% off. So it's a real Scotch tape dispenser and a thing of brand new tape, $3 for both. I have a tape dispenser and tape coming from Amazon today because I looked and looked and looked and couldn't find one here until today. So I guess I'll be returning the one to Amazon. We're not finding stuffies, but the rainbow fish is cute. I still have the book in the attic in the boys' book bin. Is that Rascally Raccoon?
Yeah, that's Rachel Raccoon.
Rachel Raccoon, okay.
Find her in your trash can. She's from Friends.
Here's a Halloween mini. Are you buying more funeral flowers?
I'm making a plan.
She is. She buys silk flowers. It's on her list. And boy, this thing is really full today. So vintage and so cute. Are you getting domestic over there with your kitchen plastic? That is so not like you. Oh, they're containers though. Excuse me. It's not for the kitchen. You know they don't make these anymore. Here, it's there. Oh, wow. She's taking it home.
Thank you, Marianne.
You're welcome. It's only because I love you.
I love you
give
too.
That to you. Some Corelle in really good shape, but somehow apples and pears and grapes is not my thing. It's pretty. I like it. I like how bold the colors are on it. I'm not leaving it because I can't, but I know you guys don't need it to be convinced that I'm already there by all the other bugs. I mean cats I have. I thought, wow, that looks like sheep. Fur. Definitely sheep fur.
Point at my face. Oh, I will. I kind of figured.
Don't do it, Dawn. And point at my... It's just because
I was looking at your eyes.
Right. Michelle brought me dark brew.
Yep.
In Starbucks, she said.
Well, it's like a takeoff in the Starbucks.
Take up. I have my first 2023 new Halloween item
from Galaxy Con.
Oh, I like it. Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
We were checking out, and she grabbed so a lot of times they'll give you fabric bags because people donate them and they don't really sell. And this is the one she pulled out. Like, it's perfect. It wasn't a plan or anything. It just was the next one. So it was destiny. Are you kidding me right now? Bye. See you next week. You're going to have to, keep me in good spirits. It'll be, yeah. But I'm going shopping. I'm not missing my shopping.
That's therapy.
Exactly.
Very therapeutic. Missing
entertainment. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Love ya.
Love ya. Hey.
Yeah.
It's like the first time we've been in the same space for my entire day after our walk.
That's right.
I got home and Don had taken Johnny back up to the Dojang for the second time. He brought him home while I was at GA and he took him back while I was at GA because this morning they brought the mats inside so they wouldn't get wet if it rained. It didn't rain. And this afternoon they laid them down so they can have class. Johnny explained that on top they're totally dry but all the moisture is underneath. Mm-hmm. So they could lay them down and use them but they can't leave them laid down.
So I took our salvage fine dehumidifier up to the Dojang.
That's right. And then on the way from dropping our dehumidifier off at the Dojang,
Marianne
we might have happened upon another dehumidifier, which I'm going to put the video now that Dawn fixed.
That's right. This one was busted.
This one needed... repair. You were out there for 15 minutes max to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a real skill for fixing things. I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
So Don's going to have it come on at 8 and run, and by bedtime we should know if it's really pulling moisture out of the air. And
Yeah, well,
then if Master Lee can use another one tomorrow when we know it works or something, we could.
I don't know. This one's heavy.
Well, we still have the old one under the
It's
house,
heavy,
too. Guess what you got a hand truck for?
Yeah, well,
So I'm feeding them some tuna salad while I go cook. Yeah. So did you shoot a video about the Unify stuff this morning?
I had a video on the new access point. Again, we found 4 Unify, Ubiquity, AC light access points, and I did a factory reset on 2 of them today and hooked them up to our network. And one's just going to be a spare. I've disconnected it, but the other one I used it to replace a little piece of it's called the travel router,
A mobile hotspot.
a mobile hotspot type, but that we were using as an access point. So I replaced that with the Ubiquity AC light. Looks like one of those up there on the wall.
Right.
Anyway, so now we've got 3 Ubiquity devices.
Well, I'll put that video in after the dehumidifier video. I'll insert your videos in. Thank you for making them.
Yeah, and that works well.
Yeah, so I got all my stuff put away. And if I'm not careful, I'm not going to have any time for Legos today because I got to go cook, but I was hoping.
Oh, and you also asked me about the soft start. The brand we've got is a Micro Air Bluetooth. The model number's got 36 in it, or something. Anyway, it's for 2 to 5 tons. The purpose of that is the initial inrush current when the compressor starts up is many more times amps than its running amps, and that inrush current is often will exceed the capacity of when you're running it on a generator. You have to have a pretty big generator just to start the heat pump or the air conditioner. Once it's going, it doesn't take that much to keep it running, but to start it up you have to have it. What this soft start does is it carefully ramps up the start current so that the motor will start, but it won't draw an excessive amount of current. And since we're looking to run our heat pump off the generator, hurricane season's coming up. Plus we got ice storms, things like that. And so I wanted it to be able to reliably start. It did work last year without any modification. The heat pump started up just fine on our old generator, but I had to, I only had basically very select things on and allowed to do that. With this soft start, I pretty much don't have to worry about it too much. I can run whatever I want and it'll kick on and it'll manage the generator just fine.
Yeah, yes.
So long story short, I got the one with Bluetooth and all the fancy stuff. Another vendor called ICM makes one. It's about $150 cheaper because that one was like $380.
Did you get it off Amazon?
I got it off of Amazon, and the ICM one, I think you have to buy directly from ICM, but it's only like $179. It's literally half price. So I would recommend that one if you really need something to handle the startup of your air conditioner whenever you do run off generator. It doesn't save you any money. It does save wear and tear because it very gently starts up the compressor versus slamming it wide open. It slowly ramps up the current, so instead of just bang, it's on. So that should help wear and tear on the compressor, and our compressor now is exactly 10 years old. It's also out of warranty exactly right now.
Which is why you were willing to fool with it.
Well, yeah, more or less.
Oh, one thing I thought to say is a lot of you probably don't know, but Don went to Wake Tech for a year and got an HVAC degree back in the early 90s when he was just a little nervous about some of the layoffs happening at IBM.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't usually mess with refrigerant, but all of the other things that have to do with, like, especially heat pump repair and maintenance, Don's a pro, can handle, is good at. So
Right. Well, most of the problems are not sealed systems. There's normally start
run capacitor.
capacitors,
Yeah.
contactors, defrost boards.
Yeah,
things
the
like
thing
that.
that'll leave you cold in the winter is either the start capacitor or the defrost board. And I know because I speak from experience about my heat pump and.
Yeah. Well, this one, the fancy Emerson Total Comfort board, that'd be pricey to replace, but they make generic defrost boards, and I'm serious. You can buy them for like $20 on eBay, and they work just fine.
Yeah, well, they try to do this. People talk about right to repair with Tesla. But I remember, I'm just thinking back 10, 15 years ago. I don't know what it is today. But remember, I needed a part for my heat pump at the other house one time. And either you or my ex-one was like, well, we'll just pop this part in it, no problem. But trying to get somebody to sell a non-professional guy the part, even though you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get. You kind of got to know somebody willing to buy a part. It was pretty bad. It may not be as bad now as it was, but
good old eBay has pretty much fixed that problem.
They tried to not want to sell you the part.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. I was like, let me eat.
On.
When we bought that Balder battery backup, that little portable one that I have in the house, that's basically, I won't let anybody touch it. It's mine.
Yours.
It's for my
That's
MacBook, my telephone, and anything else I need to run near my spot over here.
Yes.
Well, the Amazon listing, if folks were trying to understand, it tells you in there what you can expect to run on it.
Right.
And then it sort of explains in that Amazon listing why some things require that surge of initial, like, some things are very stable, like turning on a lamp or, running a lamp or whatever. But other things, I'm thinking crock pot or Instapot or
Well, those are
coffee,
power-hungry
right?
devices.
Coffee pots or stuff like. They try to tell you the different levels of batteries, what it can and can't handle, and sort of try to explain it because. But thankfully, I just tell Don which one do we need and what can I plug into it, and he just kind of starts popping this off, and I don't have to keep up with it because I don't want to keep up with it. But it can get a little complicated, even for the little battery backup things. Right. What isn't okay to run, let alone the generator when So anyway, that Amazon listing for Balder, BALDR, I remember it was pretty. Specific. Well, they were level setting expectations, so you wouldn't buy the small one and think you were going to go run your Instant Pot on it.
Right. Well, they have them big enough now you can run your Instant Pot. You can't run your air conditioner off unless it's one of these little window units or something like that. They've got them big enough, but not going to run very long.
Yeah.
Only a couple hours.
So we found another dehumidifier, GE. This one's bigger. It's basically the same. I'm sure the same company made them, and GE just put their name on this one as that other one. But this one is bigger. It's physically bigger. And the bucket full light was on, and it wouldn't turn off. Now I pushed my finger on the bucket full switch, and the light turned off. So I got to looking at this, and what's wrong is this right here. It fell down, but what it was cocked. The little pin, you can see on the right side it's like a quarter an inch long, and on the left side it's basically missing. So all it's wrong is the little pivot axle, whatever you want to call that, is broke off, and this is the float switch for the bucket full. It wasn't closing the float switch. So I'm thinking we've got us another dehumidifier. Okay, so I filed it off flat, and then I put it in the drill press, and I drilled an 1/8 inch hole in the middle of that, and I stuck me a screw in there. So that seems to be working pretty good. I've cleaned the filter. All right, so here's the smoke test. Oh baby, listen to that compressor. Did you hear the hum of that compressor kick on there? Oh yeah. How you like that? Woohoo! I think we got us working dehumidifier.
I'm going to put together add-on bag 4. I don't know, haven't looked at what it says, but here's house pieces and another minifigure. I don't have a lot of time, but I think I can do bag 4. Bag 4's done. It basically came across this side and then a little bit of reinforcement up here and a little bit of furniture inside and another minifigure. And at 7:15, I'm stopping. I just wanted to do one bag. I'm cooking some ribeye steaks for dinner, and I had made our favorite casserole to go along with it.